Hey guys, this is your boy Markcoos, and welcome back to Marcus's reign at Arsenal. Now, as you can see, we're into the next match. We're going up against Aston Villa, and the last match, of course, was a 1-0 win over West Brom. I think it was at the Emirates Stadium. So Arsenal, well, I was going into this game with a little bit of confidence, of course, considering the fact that we had just beat not too difficult an opposition, but quite a difficult opposition in terms of league position. But as you can see, Villa Park is not a default stadium. It's actually a made-up stadium, and it's a created stadium. It looks actually alright. Doesn't look particularly a lot like Villa Park, but it looks more or less like Villa Park than any other stadiums looks like. So Arsenal are in their away kit, purple away kit. But Aston Villa play a really unrecognisable team, other than Given and Agbonlahor and maybe Andreas Weimann. I didn't really know any of our players, to be perfectly honest. Hurd, Baker, Williams, Carruthers, don't know how they are. But Arsenal, well, I started with Ramsey, Wilshere, Chamberlain were the only players out of the starting 11 who weren't the normal 11, of course. So Aston Villa were kicking off here at Villa Park, and this match was pretty easy, to be perfectly honest, because of the fact that they just defended the majority of the time. But Barry did get through in the 20th minute, as you can see, gets his shot away, and Chesney saves and Gibbs just clears. By the 42nd minute, get great for ball through to Olivier Giroud from I think it was Royce, and Giroud tries to get a shot away, can't get away, but passes it to Podolski, and look at that forward finish from the German winger. So Arsenal lead 1-0 after about half an hour. So coming up to half time, and it's 1-0 up, and it was a pretty good goal, to be perfectly honest. Podolski's weak foot still has all the power that his left foot has as well. But look at this is a great camera angle to show. Look at that, it's amazing. In the 45th minute, tries to get away, Podolski can't get away, and Given comes out and clears. And at half time, it's 1-0 to Arsenal, and from the stats, you'll see what I'm talking about, that Aston Villa sort of went out there to defend, if I'm being honest. I mean, they only had 2 shots on target, and they even had more possession than you can, because I think that was because they sort of kept it at the back and stuff like that. But Arsenal, of course, had 4 shots on target, so I wasn't playing the best game, but I was playing alright. I mean, as you see in the background, you can see Aston Villa having a chance, but I didn't actually show. Well, oh well, what can I do? So, going into the second half, in the 46th minute, Giroud gets a shot, hits the post. How unfortunate for him, trying to continue that great goal scoring record which he has right now. And Chamberlain gets the ball here, a great ball up to Podolski. Podolski gets his shot away, and Giroud eventually pops into the back net, a nice volley on his left foot, and he goes off to celebrate. Now, Giroud's been an absolute beast for me this season so far. He scored, like, I think it was about 10 goals overall in every competition. So he really does deserve being that up front spot in the front three. Like, of course, I'm happy with it, as you can see. But Diaby comes on to replace Podolski. And I give Podolski a big, huge hug, as you can see there. I'm like, yes, Podolski. He's doing so good this game. And I'm sure he ends up getting the Man of the Match award at the end of the match. And at the end of the match, it's 2-0 to Arsenal. Arsenal win 2-0 at Villa Park. And Arsenal had 14 shots, 6 on target. And Villa only had 4 shots and 4 on target. But we brought back the possession stat, as you can see. 55% possession compared to the 49% at half time. And Podolski did not get Man of the Match, but Wilshere got it. So, yeah. And the other results, Sunderland beat West Brom. Newcastle got beat by Man City. West Ham beat Fulham, and Reading beat whoever they were playing. Norwich beat Liverpool, Swansea beat QPR, and then Southampton drew with Chelsea, Tottenham got beat by Everton, and Man United beat Stoke, and Arsenal is still top of the table. So, yeah, I'm going alright here, as you can see. And into the third match of the Champions League, Arsenal versus Dynamo Kiev. This match was going to be not particularly difficult, considering that Kiev weren't a difficult side to actually play against. Now, the only problem with this was that my team had, of course, I had to make some repercussions. I always have to take out the right players and all that sort of stuff. But as the Champions League music is about to be blaring soon, I would stay quiet, but screw that. But as you see, Timo Taiwo, not Timo Taiwo, other Taiwo, the one who played for AC Milan, does play for Dynamo Kiev. And this game it wasn't difficult, but I mean, it's always difficult playing Superstar on PES 2013 because, well, playing difficult, hardest difficulty in any game is difficult. But Vermaelen was back to being captain, Mertesacker started, didn't even notice that, and of course Marco Reus with his messed up shirt sleeves, and that'll be fixed not in the next episode, but the episode, not even after that, maybe the episode after, maybe the 7th episode, going into the January transfer window. But I did start with Martin Sacco from Alessandro Gibbs, Cazorla, Arteta, Royce, Walcott, Giroud and Gervinho. So Podolski was dropped after his goal and technically assist at Aston Villa. I think he was just a bit either tired or a bit unhappy for some ridiculous reason with his form. And Dino Kiev, the only real normal player I actually knew other than Taiwo was Armelenko and Gusiev. It's a bit weird. Anyway, at the Emirates Stadium, Arsenal of course the kick-off first as the home team. And this game, like I've been saying, none of the games are easy, but this game was pretty simple to be perfectly honest. In the 13th minute, get the ball for Gervinho, a through ball through to Giroud, Giroud passes it back to Theo Walcott, Walcott gets a shot but the keeper saves it and comes straight back to Theo Walcott, and with a calm finish he just pops it into the back of the net and runs off to celebrate. So 14th minute, 1-0 up. With Barcelona in my group, it was going to be difficult to get to the top of the group, but qualifying would not be difficult with teams like Dynamo Kiev in the group. As you can see, great finish from Theo Walcott. And really, I was expecting a bit more from Dynamo Kiev this game, but never really came, to be perfectly honest. They sort of went out there with a defensive attack, didn't really work for them. But as you can see, in the 17th minute of the match, they try and clear it, can't clear it, Marco Reus gets it, he shoots, he scores. So Marco Reus, again, is another one scoring all these goals. But look at this for a celebration. For some reason, he has the Neymar celebration, and it's just a little dance thing. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, he does it with Giroud as well, which makes it even more hilarious considering that Giroud has the dance celebration for his hat-trick. But it's just ridiculous, and it happened. I was like, what the hell is going on? Because Marco Reus just starts dancing like Neymar. I was like, alright then. So yeah, you see a nice replay of that goal. And basically at half-time, it's 2-0 to Arsenal. I mean, I was not dominating, but I was playing pretty good football, to be perfectly honest. As you see, they had 2 shots on target, then 2 shots. Arsenal have 10 shots, 5 on target. We've been dominating on possession, passing completion, all that sort of stuff. We've like not really fouled them, to be like I always usually have the foul count is really high for me, but for some reason it wasn't that high this game because I think they just didn't really do anything. But look at that ball from Cazorla through to Giroud. It was a great little reverse pass. But in the 61st minute, a great football through to Olivier Giroud. When he's one-on-one with the goalkeeper, he shouldn't really miss. And I tried to fake shot it, can't get around the keeper. Keeper takes me out, and I'm like, penalty referee, give me a penalty. So Shovkovsky gets the yellow card, and I was like, right, Giroud's going to take the penalty. And it ends up getting saved. I mean, I at least hit it to the corner. Usually I just hit it straight to the middle, but hit to the corner, and the keeper saves it. Shovkovsky makes it for his error, but the final score's 2-0 anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And as you see, I had 24 shots, 14 on target, and they only had 3 shots in the whole game. I had 61% possession. I mean, this game was pretty easy for a superstar difficulty game, to be perfectly honest. I mean, both goals were more or less from rebounds. Like Royce's one wasn't really, but anyway, Royce gets man of the match. Pretty good performance from the German. He's been really good for me, to be perfectly honest. As you see, Anderlecht got beat by Barcelona at Nou Camp. So at the current moment, Arsenal in Group A are second to Barcelona. And I'm sure this is a bit where I go through all the groups because it's a midway point in the group stage. Man United are top, Benfica are second, and Valencia are third in Group B. Group C, however, it's a bit less predictable. Man City are top, Lille are second, and Celtic are third. Group D, Juventus are top, Bayern Munich are second, and Braga are third. Anzi Makalakala are bottom. Chelsea in Group E are top, Malaga are second, Porto are third, and Panathinaikos are bottom. Tottenham and Montpellier are in Group F. Somehow Real Madrid are third and Motherwell are bottom, which would suggest that Real Madrid have been beaten by Tottenham either once or twice. In Group G, Inter are top, Ajax are second, and Fenerbahce are third. And in Group H, PSG and AC Milan are the top 2, and Nordsjælland and Zenit St. Petersburg are the bottom joint third. So yeah, it's pretty close in some of the Champions Leagues for the third position, but majority of them, other than the Real Madrid, were more or less pretty basic. But going into the next match, Arsenal versus Stoke, and yeah, Emirates Stadium, pretty buzzing for this match. And I was just like, this shouldn't be too difficult. Stoke are going alright, but they're not doing the best. They're somewhere near the bottom of the table at the moment. I can tell you that because when I last looked at the table, I'm sure they were above Everton. like not the Aston Villa game, but the game before that. So I started with my more or less the strongest side. Arteta didn't start, and now they'd Walcott, but Chamberlain and Diaby came in for them, so it wasn't really that different. Hoof and Upson started at the back for Stoke, and Cameron Jones and Crouch started up top. So of course I was the kick-off because I was the home side, and this match was again pretty easy, to be honest. I mean, third minute of the match, get the ball with Marco Reus, tries to get a shot, we can't get away, but he has just bulldozing his way through. Such a powerful shot straight at Begovic, but he just can't stop it. It goes right into the top corner, and Marco Reus has scored. So in the 3rd minute of the match, and I'm just like, I'm clapping, I'm just like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, they gave the ball away. I mean, I think it was Crouch gave it away, having tracked back Marco Reus the whole time. But as you can see, Wilson Palacios doesn't even do anything. Morris Edu, I think it is, yeah. Edu ends up giving a penalty away after fouling Marco Reus. I was like, wait, penalty, not going to try to go down, not going to go to any side, it's going to hit down the middle. But I end up overpowering it and I hit the bar with Podolski, and I was like, oh god damn it. So at half time, it should be 2-0, but for some retarded reason, it's only 1-0 at the Emirates. And I've had 9 shots, 6 on target, and Stoke have only had 2 shots. But they're actually beating me on possession. I was like, what the hell? But here Giroud scores a fantastic thunderbolt finish from the edge of the D. And I mean, that was a pretty good goal. I mean, he chipped it up for him. Well, I chipped it up for him, and he just took a volley, and it was just insane when it actually went in. I was like jumping all over the place. I mean, people will go, it's not even that good a goal. I think it's a pretty good goal for a striker who's I'm not really known for scoring from outside the box, of him especially, considering that his shot isn't even really that powerful. He's just got a really good finesse finish. But in the 67th minute, through ball back to Giroud, back to Reus 1-2 with Giroud, and look at that forward finish, another powerful shot from the edge of the 6-yard box. So Giroud scored 2 now, it's 3-0 to Arsenal, and I was just like, alright then, not bad at all. So 2 goals for Giroud, and he goes to clap the fans. I'm a bit impressed, but not really that surprised. But yeah, in the 70th minute, I end up passing another through ball through to Olivier Giroud, uses his strength, pushes Upson off the ball, and look at that forward finish, a bullet finish into the top hand corner, and Giroud scored a hat-trick. Now, is the dance back? Yes it is. I was going to change the dance, but screw that, I like the dance. So yeah, the dance, he's dancing about, and I'm just like nodding my head in approval. I'm just like, yeah, I like those dance moves, Giroud. But yeah, Giroud's going to go, look at that for a finish, great finish into the top corner. And yeah, so at full time it's 4-0 to Arsenal against Stoke at the Emirates, and I was like, what the hell? I mean, at half time it's only 1-0, and I 19 shots, 10 on target, and again, they somehow beat me on possession stats. I don't know how that was. But Giroud gets man of the match, even though Marco Reus really did deserve it. He did score, he scored the first goal, and I'm sure he set all of Giroud's ones, so yeah. So at the other results, Reading beat QPR, Chelsea Norwich drew, Man United beat Southampton, Man City beat Tottenham, Newcastle beat Sunderland in the derby, and Liverpool got beat by West Ham, which is pretty disappointing for Liverpool. But Man City are still second and Arsenal are still top. So into the last game of this episode, Southampton versus Arsenal at St Mary's. As you can see, St Mary's has been made. It's a created stadium, and it's looking pretty good, to be perfectly honest. It's not, I can't really be bored just changing, editing all that rubbish and changing the stadium. So Southampton in the red, and Arsenal, I had to change a lot of the team because this was, I think this game was like 3 games after. So of course I had to change a couple things, and that was my brother coming in. So if there's a big noise in the background, it's just my brother. And yeah, as you can see, they had my Yuka and stuff, so, but I was playing, look at this, I was playing Chesney, Mertesacker, De Hertfeld, Yernaris, Jenkinson, Ramsey, Frimpong, Royce, Nabry, Gervinho, and Icefeld. And that is a really, really basic team. That's a really reserved team, as you get, like, a proper reserve lineup. So, I'm just like 7th minute of the match, cross it in from a corner, Gervinho, somehow De Hertfeld doesn't even get his head on it, but Mertesacker chests it, and ends up volleying it into the back of the net. So I was like, 1-0 up, not bad. But Southampton are such a good side. I mean, Mayuka has all this pace and all that, so in the basically it's like not bad. I mean, Mertesacker's a pretty decent goal. And at half time it's 1-0, and I'm just trying to keep possession, waste some time. I mean, my team weren't particularly wasn't the best team to play, of course, but as you see, I had 6 shots, 5 on target, and so I hadn't really been doing anything, to be perfectly honest. So at halftime, I changed some things, and I was like, I'll change my team a bit, take up some of the starters and all that sort of stuff. So I end up doing something. I don't just sit there and just like, I'm gonna just sit here and do nothing. But as you see, I mean, Chamberlain, Moshe, and Diaby weren't really happy, to be perfectly honest. But as I eventually changed things, I think I ended up taking out Gervinho for Chamberlain, moving Royce into centre forward, and moving Gnabry, even though it's called Narby, I really need to change that. But moving Gnabry into attacking midfield. And I was trying to get Yanaris out, but I couldn't get him out. But anyway, in the 52nd minute, Mayuka gets a shot away. It ends up rebounding right back to Mayuka, and I can't do anything to stop it. But if Frimpong could slide tackle, for some reason he doesn't slide tackle, he tries to put his foot to stop it. And yeah, so Southampton equalised in the 54th minute, and I was like, did they really deserve it? Not really, to be perfectly honest. But as you see, what I'm talking about is if Frimpong slide tackles, that it's not a goal. But in the 87th minute, a couple good balls on the right hand side, Gnabry back to Iceveld, and from the edge of the box, Iceveld has a finesse right into the top corner, and I was so happy when he scored this, considering that he's like a 57 overall, and he's one of my more favourite Arsenal youngsters, to be perfectly honest. Coming from Borussia Dortmund, he was pretty beast, to be perfectly honest. I mean, for quite a low overall, I mean, that is a pretty good finish right into the top corner. So in the last minute of the match, they bring the goalkeeper up for the corner kick. He actually gets his head on it. I end up clearing it from Iceveld to Royce, and I was like, I'm going to get a shot away, aren't I? But no, the referee blows the whistle. But Arsenal still win 2-1, so that's all I really care about. So I won 2-1 at St Mary's Stadium, and I had 12 shots, 7 on target, and I brought back this possession, of course. And they had actually had 8 shots and 6 on target, so maybe they did deserve to maybe get a draw, but I don't really care. I'm just doing what I'm being paid for. So Murtasaki gets mad at the match, and Gnabry and Royce also had pretty good matches as well, but Chamberlain was a bit of a disappointment when I brought him on, but he was in poor form, so I don't really know why I even brought him on. But Newcastle beat West Brom, Wigan beat Liverpool, Fulham got beat by QPR, and West Ham got beat by Chelsea in the London derby. And those are pretty good results, but Reading drew Everton, Norwich got beat by Man United, Swansea got beat by Man City, Tottenham beat Sunderland, and Stoke got beat by Aston Villa, and Arsenal are still top of the table. So if you have enjoyed this episode of Marcus's reign at Arsenal, subscribe to my channel for more from PES 2013, more from FIFA 13, more from NBA 2K13, and catch